When it comes to foreign populations in Israel, it often brings with it some complexities.
As one person told me, I never wanted to be a refugee. Being a refugee is a curse for all your life. It's a big problem.
One of the problems for parents from the Sudanese and Eritrean refugee community is the issue of separate education for their children in kindergartens and elementary schools. Tel Aviv is just the latest focal point in an ongoing debate over schools in South Tel Aviv, where the majority of asylum seekers live.
The educational system cannot thrive when the children are separated. It can exist because it's happening already. A lot of the asylum seekers are asking, are we still in Africa? First of all, they never were in Africa. They were born here. So these are Israeli children. But basically, yes, they're feeling that they're living in a black ghetto. They don't meet Israeli children.
But what's happening now is that Israeli parents and refugee parents are fighting back. What they want is an integrated education policy in this city.
Right now, the policy is a policy of segregation. So some parents are fighting to change the school over their kids, but still are getting denied because policy is policy and systems are systems, and these are hard to fight. The municipality and the government, they want to keep a certain status quo.
The kids here don't know to read, don't know to write, don't recognize letter when they start the first grade. If they are the same level, you can work with them. If they are mixing, there is always competition and always disappointed for some of the kids.
Today, there's around 50 kindergartens and 4 elementary schools. Hayarden, Keshet, Gvanim and Bialik Rogozin, which also operates as a high school. The vast majority of them in South Tel Aviv, in the Hatikva, Shapira and Neve Sha'anan neighbourhoods. That's a little over 91% of children of asylum seekers studying without a single Israeli child.
So you think it's a bad idea to put Israeli kids with these kids?
It doesn't matter if to transfer Israeli kids to here or foreign to other school. The transfer is less good for the kids. I think it's better for the kids to feel that the school is the neighborhood school for them.
These schools, it's not their decision to have a separated school. They're facing reality. They're trying even to reach out to, to activists and also to community leaders to see how to help the community to benefit their own children.
But despite the school's best efforts, parents still turned to the legal route. In August 2021, a petition for integration was filed to the Tel Aviv District Court on behalf of more than 600 parents of asylum-seeking children and around 100 Israeli parents. Now, the first district court hearing was in September 2021, but the sides failed to reach an agreement. It was no different in January 2022, where the sides couldn't agree for a second time. Then the third hearing fell in May 2022, also failing to produce an agreement. After losing in the district court in November 2022, an appeal was made to the Supreme Court. The hearings after that were scheduled and delayed, which brings us to this month, where the first hearing in the Supreme Court will take place on Sunday. The lawyer representing the case stands against the Education Ministry and the Tel Aviv Jaffa municipality.
Is it possible to be separate but equal? The legal answer is just no. In 1954, we had the famous Brown versus Board of Education verdict in the United States. They said it cannot be done. Separate cannot be equal. And what was right to 1954 in the United States is right in Israel in 2023.
I24 News did turn to the municipality several times, but they did not respond to our request for a comment. But when the petition was filed in 2021, the Tel Aviv municipality rejected claims of separation, saying the makeup of schools is due to registration regulations based on where you live. The school population usually matches the neighbourhood demographics, which applies to every child in the city. The rules stipulate that kids in kindergarten up to the 4th grade should not be walking a distance of more than 2 kilometres or 1.2 miles to reach school. Kids in 5th grade and above are allowed a walking distance of no more than 3 kilometres or 1.9 miles to school. But these mothers from Eritrea who asked I24 News to protect their identity want to know why their kids are being sent to schools kilometres away instead of just metres away.
אנחנו גרים למעלה, יש ישראלים למעלה, ילדים שלנו באנו לא ליד ילד, איפה שילד שלי לומד, במקום אחר. זה בגלל ההפרדה, בטוח. אם זה לא, ילד שלי למטה בקומה 2, וישראלי למעלה בקומה 3.
מתי שאני הייתי בשכונת התקווה, כאילו, אני חשבתי שאולי באזורי, כאילו, הם עושים באזורי. ובגלל זה אני החלפתי דירה ליד אלהו, אבל עדיין את הילד לא החליפו אותם בבית ספר. עדיין לומד באותו בית ספר בהפרדה. בבניין שלי רק אני אריתראית. כולם ישראלים. עדיין, כן, הוא פה לומד בקשת.
This matter will be debated before 3 justices on Sunday, but in order to avoid the court hearing, the Education Ministry did offer up a pilot program to integrate 120 kids of asylum seekers who'll be starting first grade next year into 15 strong schools in Tel Aviv. When there's at least 4,000 students looking to be integrated, it's a question of sufficiency. At the end of the day, it's not about the intentions, it's about the outcomes and their solutions. Sarah Shalala for I24 News, Tel Aviv.